The man who came to the Prophet ﷺ telling him, allow me to commit zina, O Messenger of Allah. This is one of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And by definition, they are the best of all generations. You see the companion who went to the Prophet ﷺ telling the Prophet, allow me to commit adultery. This was not a man seeking permission. Visualize this with me, my dear brothers, and everyone who's watching. The man who came to the Prophet ﷺ telling him, allow me, إِذَنْ لِي بِالزِّنَا يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. Allow me to commit zina, O Messenger of Allah. Number one, this is one of the companions of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And by definition, they are the best of all generations.
Yeah.
So they know what's halal and what's haram. So they wouldn't dare seeking permission for something haram. The conversation here is a conversation from a man who's desperate, a man who is infected with this inclination and attachment to women. Or attachment to sexual interaction. That's why the Prophet ﷺ made a dua for him. He placed his heart after asking him these questions. أَتَرْضَاهُ لِأُمِّكَ. Do you like this to happen to your mother? The Prophet ﷺ didn't even mention the word haram. How dare you? Don't you know it's haram? Are you a companion? Are you? You know? All these, nothing. The Prophet ﷺ just asked him questions. He coached him. One of the most important tools that actually bring clarity to clients. That's what modern coaching are. But the Prophet ﷺ was the best of all coaches. He told him, do you like this to happen to your mother, to your sister, to your daughter, and so on? And the man said, no, I don't. But I want it because that's my now translation of the situation. But right. I am tired of it. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ made dua for the man. Ya Allah, remove the love of haram from his heart, you see. And these people were not ashamed. And these narrations, brother, were narrated by people who have heard that man coming, telling the Prophet ﷺ, I want to commit zina. And you know what is the reason, brother? Because the Prophet ﷺ had created an environment where people do not shame one another. People are supportive of one another. People will check on each other if they don't show up in the masjid, because they understood the value of community, the value of support, the value. They understood the hadith that al-mu'min mir'atul mu'min. A Muslim or a believer is a mirror of another believer. If you have a fault, it's my fault. I need to stand up and fix that, because whatever shames you, shames me as well.